Welcome to Let's Learn Lead Guitar, lesson number 21, part 2. So, this is basically a review of all the, for lack of a better term, patterns across the guitar neck that we have learned thus far. Look, boom, look at that. Now there are 5 basic patterns here. You know, here's pattern 5, here's pattern 4, pattern 1, and you see how they all overlap and link all across the fretboard there. The fretboard of the guitar here. And so what we're doing now is we're applying them to different chord progressions. Now don't get scared off by the theory. Just play along and we'll have a good time and everything will come together by the end and we will all be 6-string samurai, gods and goddesses of rock. There are 5 different patterns and they're strung across the fretboard like that. And so what we did yesterday is we applied them to blues chord progressions, and today we're going to apply them to major chord progressions. Again, don't get scared off by the theory. It's super fun. Now, get your screen capture ready. And if you would like me to make available some downloadable files like this, just do not hesitate to leave a comment. And I'll get that right up there. Something nice that you can, instead of my janky handwriting. Maybe it will be, no, this is kind of charming, but no, something a little bit cleaner, a little bit more concise, a little bit more communicative. And I can link that up. And while you're in the comments, do not forget to like, maybe a heart, wherever you may be viewing this, subscribe, and share. Share with your loved ones, because I'm sure you will be the envy of the neighborhood once you are shredding out the second floor window late at night, and all the neighborhood is swooning at your doorstep. So there are 5 different patterns here, and so the first one we learned was what we're calling pattern 1. It's this one right here. It's basically this right here, and these, the pink, are what's called an extension, and those lead into the adjacent patterns. So a little screen cap, pattern 1. And then we learned pattern 4. It looks just like this. And then we learned pattern 5, which looks like this. And then finally we learned pattern 2 and 3. And so what we're going to do is we applied them yesterday to the blues chord progression. Today we're going to apply them to major chord progression. And then tomorrow I had to break this down to 9 or 3 parts because I have 18 backing tracks. And if we tried to sit here and do all 18, it'd take well over an hour. And who got time for that? No one. And so we're breaking it down. We did the blues yesterday, we're doing the major today, and we'll do the minor tomorrow. And as you see, we'll be using just the exact same patterns, but on different positions. The blues and the minor are in the same position, oddly enough. But the major, you have to shift it down 3 frets, 3 semitones. So for instance, for a pattern in blues that you would start on the 12th fret, which is right here, or let's, for ease of understanding, the 5th fret here. If the blues pattern is in the key of A, because this is the root note with the same name as the chord progression key. Woo! Yeah, see, everyone's protesting, even my guitar chord, my trusty guitar chord. So if we're doing blues or a minor progression, it'd be right here. But if we're doing a major progression, we have to go 1, 2, 3 and start 3 frets down on the F sharp note right there. This would be an A note, and this would be the A F sharp. So if we're playing an A progression in major, we start on the F sharp, oddly enough. That's how it works. Just take my word for it. I didn't make it up. And so we're going to try all these patterns against different backing tracks. And also, I'm going to make the backing tracks available for download as well. So be on the lookout for that. It's it's coming up. I'm getting it all together. There are challenges to face, but that's what life is. That's the life of a warrior, isn't it? Of a what would it be? A warbling warrior or a wailing warrior? For example. So we're going to do this first progression. It's a major key progression, and the chords are E, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, and B. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to explain how to form those chords, but they're pretty basic. But if you would like me to explain them to you, just leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll get right back to you. And even if you don't, just leave a comment, because I've had plenty of likes, plenty of views, but I haven't had any comments on this series yet, and I just want to see how that affects the analytics on the back end for the tube of views. So if you can do me a solid, if you happen to be watching this, just leave a comment, say whatever you want. It can be a diary entry or something like that. It can be a shopping list. It can be a note. It can be some pointless gossip. It can be a prayer. It can be a haiku. Leave me a haiku in the comments, please, of your choosing. So, pattern 1, when we're playing in the key, this is going to be in the key of E. It's here are the chords: E, and G sharp minor, F sharp minor, and B. Okay, so let's hear how this sounds. Let me know if you need to change the volume. If I need to change the volume. It's a little bit loud. Ooh, that's a little bit loud. So the pattern 1 in the key of E begins on the 9th fret, not the 12th, 9th. Some of the idioms that we've learned before, like the bend and the hammer. She loves the hammer. And the pull-off. And the slide. Vibrato, a little bit of vibrato here. And don't forget to use alternate picking. That means that for every stroke, you are going up and down as it changes. Instead of, like, for instance, all going down. So let's see that again. And then for pattern 2, refer to your screen gap. In the key of E, we start on the 12th fret. And that looks like this, or it sounds like this. And then for pattern 3, starts on in the key of E, starts on the 2nd and 14th fret, and that's because the 14th fret is essentially the same note as the 2nd fret. You hear that? Just an octave higher. That's because all the notes, everything starts over at the 12th. The 12th is equivalent to the not here. So just one octave higher. So like here's E. F sharp. So let's see how this sounds. Pattern 3 begins on the 2nd and 14th fret in the key of E. Oh, I don't need to hold the guitar up that Yeah, see, we're all learning together, so please excuse my muffed notes. Let's try it on the 14th. Oh, you can't see. Pattern 4 in the key of E begins on the 4th and the 16th. So we'll start at the 4th. Finally, should we try it at the 16th as well? Okay, a little bit fancy. Woo! A little bit challenging out here. I feel like Dave Navarro. Not quite. Okay, and finally pattern 5 in the key of E for a major chord progression. Starts on the 7th fret. That's fun. Let's go to another progression, huh? Okay, we're gonna have to. This is getting long. These videos are long, so what I'm gonna have to do here is, but you know, you can play along, and also be sure to let me know. Put a little comment in the section, and then I will remember to send you the backing tracks or make the backing tracks available. Like, comment, surprise, share, subscribe. Okay, so this one is in A major 7 and D major 7. These are funky, jazzy sort of chords. So this is the A major 7. And this is the D major 7. So that's just going to go back and rock back and forth between those two. Pattern 1, and this must be the key of A, starts on the 2nd fret. See how that sounds? Pattern 2 starts all on the and the 14th fret for the first pattern. So let's just do that for giggles. So melancholic. Pattern 2 begins on the 5th and the 17th. for major blues progression in A, the key of A. Pattern 3 begins on the 7th, and also the 17th for the pattern 2. I don't know if we can do that. 15, 17, right here. Pattern 3 begins on the 7th fret. Pattern 4 begins on the 9th fret. Pattern 5 begins on the 12th. Fun. Next one is C. The next progression we're going to follow is Désiré. Désiré, comment ça va toi? Tu fais quoi? Tu joues à la guitare? On est en train d'apprendre comment jouer la guitare solo. Lead, on dit en anglais. C'est quoi en français? Tu as ta guitare avec toi? So these chord progressions is C, E minor, F, and G. That's what we're going to be playing up against. Now again, if you want me to, that you can find these chords anywhere online. It's pretty basic. It's pretty simple. But if you would like a little hint, please do leave a comment, like, subscribe, share while you're at it, and I'll let you know about that. So here we go. Oh no, gotta get this set up real quick. Okay, this should be in the key of C normally. So that starts on, so pattern 1 begins on the 5th and the 17th. Let's see if that works. Sounds pretty kosher to me. What do you think? Or halal? On the 17th as well. Should we try? Now pattern 2 is the 5th and the 17th. Oh. Uh-oh. What am I doing here? That doesn't sound right at all. Maybe. I'm just going to persevere. Pattern 2 is key. Oh, C, that's the problem I'm doing. Okay, so that starts on the 8th fret. 12th fret. Ooh la la. See how we're doing? We're doing it so well. Okay, and finally pattern 5 in the key of C is a major chord progression. Starts on the 3rd and the 15th. So we'll go down to the 3rd first. Try to go up to the 15th. So we did all the 5 patterns there. Now here's the last chord progression we have, I believe. And this is G, E minor, C and D, G and D minor, C and D. And again, if you want me, these are basic, you can look them up anywhere. Just the G, E minor, C, and D. You could also play it like this. You could go G, E minor, C, and D. Okay, so I'm presuming that this is going to be in the key of G, this progression. And so for the first pattern, we're going to start on the 12th fret. Ooh la la. Let's see if that sounds right. Sounds good. Pattern 2 in the key of G starts on the 3rd and the 15th. We'll start on the 3rd. Pattern 3, the key of G for our major chord progression, begins on the 5th and the 17th. And we're just playing around, like playing notes but in different places, not like in order, but I just contradicted myself. Not there. I just played the wrong note. We can also play this on the 17th. Should we try that? Hey Stéphane, comment ça va toi? Tu as ta guitare avec toi? So we're going, excuse me, we're going way up to the 17th for pattern 2. Oh no, that's not right. Key of G, 3 and the 15th. Pattern 3, the key of G, starts at the 5th and the 17th. What did I say, 17th? Okay, now for pattern 4, the key of G starts on the 7th fret. And then for pattern 5, finally, begins on the 10th fret. Right here. Alrighty, we did it. How's that? Pat yourself on the back. Do some stretches. Oh, yeah. So that's it for Pat. That's it for lesson 21, part 2, where we applied all of the 5 pentatonic patterns that we've learned across the fretboard onto major key progressions. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 to be exact. So, let me know if you'd like some documents to view or print or to use as start a stove fire or make spitballs out of. And while you're at it, and if you need the guitar chords, but I have faith that you can find those quite handily by yourself without having to go to the trouble of asking me. But feel free to. And while you're at it, when you're asking in the comments there, you know what to do. Can I hear you? Like. Yes. Subscribe. Yes. Share. Yes. With who? Anyone. Thanks. So, tomorrow, part 3 of lesson 21. Bisous.